Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show where we're going to be tasting something from Big Machine called Borchetta, or maybe Borchetta. We don't really know, do we?
No.
Bourbon. So, interesting one. We'll see how this goes. It's 80 proof, folks. My least favorite bourbon proof, 80. Yes. The only one I don't like, is maybe worse than that is when they try to act like they're bourbon. It's some sort of flavored thing, and they're like, they make you think it's bourbon even though legally it's not, and then it's like 60 proof or something. I don't like that, but that's not really bourbon, so my least favorite proof for bourbon is 80. We're going to try this, though. We're going to see what we think, and we're going to start with an open mind. So it doesn't sound too open right there, but trust me, it is. We're going to evaluate this based on flavor. I'm Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Von Nieters. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, Steve?
Not much, man. So this is what we got. We don't know a whole lot about this. They reached out to me via social media, said, hey, we wouldn't mind being on, the Bourbon Show, and we'd like you to taste our stuff. So I don't know what's going to arrive. They're just going to be sending me something. I have no idea what's going to be coming in the mail. This is what showed up. So it's the 80 proof. And I don't know if they have, maybe they don't have a cast strength offering or something like that. I would, if you're going to approach people who are doing bourbon podcasts, I would think the cast strength would be the way to go for anybody. But what do we know?
Yeah.
What do we know?
Yeah. I mean, we're just here to try it.
We might be blown away by this.
Yeah.
We could be converts into the world of 80 proof bourbon by the end of the show.
This is true.
So, but you know what? You've set yourself up to be in an uphill battle where, it could have been easier. But we'll see. Before we get to that, Von Nieters, you said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, sir?
I do. So,
yes?
It's fall, and it's been raining a lot lately.
Yes.
Do you like when it rains a lot? Or
No.
Are you a fan of rain?
No. As we record this, and we have no idea how, we're not even part of the early electoral results or anything like that, but it's election day, and we have no idea what's going on. We're just sitting here at the ABV Barrel Shop, and we don't want to be political, so that works out pretty well. But I will say this, if I ever get to the point where I'm made president, I will make it a law where it can only rain overnight. Yeah, between the hours of 10 and 6. That would be the only time rain would be allowed.
Okay. No occasional rainy day?
No.
Okay.
Maybe someone could petition to have that if they've got something special they want. But no, it would be between the hours of 10 and 6. It would be an executive order, so I wouldn't put that to Congress or anything like that. I would just sign that. They wouldn't even know what's happening. Next thing they know, boom, that's the law of the land. Executive order. Akeley just put that in place. So, Yeah, so no, I don't like rain at all. I don't like walking around in it. I don't like driving in it. I don't like walking through my yard when it's all saturated. No, none of that appeals to me.
Interesting.
Do you like rain?
So I think I've kind of grown into where I feel about rain. Because, I used to hate it, but I think I've grown to appreciate the rain and just deal with it.
Okay.
I used to
appreciate
hate
it from the perspective you like it when it's raining, or you like it's good for the environment and all that. Because I don't want the environment to suffer, but in my program that I put together, it is going to rain regularly. It's just going to be between the hours of 10 and 6, where I'm personally sleeping.
Right, and I think your system is good to an extent because, for example, last night as we're recording, I'm sure not as you're listening to this, but
Right.
it was storming all night, and so I don't sleep very well because I'm stressed out about what all is going to happen.
I woke up at like 1 for this big thunder boom and lightning going on, and I just kind of was groggy, and I was like, I'm going to try to go back to bed. I didn't fall asleep, and then at 1:30 had another huge one like that. Windows open, by the way, so I was like, close the window, and then I'll lay back down. Well, I laid there until 3, and then I couldn't go. So I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning. So
Yeah,
I just
so-
couldn't fall back asleep.
So that's what I'm saying. That could mess with your sleep schedule if you keep doing that. I mean,
Well,
there might have to be some leeway in there.
There may be it may be a second executive order if I don't think it through good enough for no thunderstorms.
Okay.
Other than maybe at the end of the month or something. We might. I don't know how all that works.
We're talking quiet rain.
I got to get into the logistics of it, but yeah, I'm thinking I can make all this work. So yeah, that'd be good.
We'll figure it out.
Someone's going to mansplain me on Instagram or something. They'll be like, "Could you hear this?" I always love people that do that. What's the point of mansplaining? I don't understand why people feel the need to just explain the shit out of stuff. So
I don't know. It's fun to call people out, though.
yeah.
In fun.
Yeah.
Somebody you know.
But
Like,
when
what's happening right
when
now?
someone's making a joke, a quick joke,
Yeah.
you don't need to be like, well, that doesn't really happen or it doesn't work that way. And everyone knows that. So when you're just trying to say something, I mean, I always think of one guy. There was just a point of discussion, a social media type of thing. Someone said, "What would be your last meal?" And then people are saying, steak or I wouldn't eat anything or whatever. And then one person says, the never-ending pasta bowl at Olive Garden. Because people just keep ordering it, and it's just a funny joke. It's just a quick funny hit, and I'm out and mic drop. But then you have to have people then explaining why that won't work because the restaurant does close down. They do reserve the right to limit you at some point. There is some expectation of it's not just ongoing. Yeah. Even if you were there trying to do it, and you fell asleep. That would probably dictate that it's closed at that point. They explain all this shit like anybody's reading that and be like, oh, that's a good point. I never thought of that. That's a good point. I was gonna say that was a good answer until I saw this. Now I realize that was just that wasn't good.
I think that just goes back to why do we all have to be so serious? Just
Right.
Come on.
Right. Yeah, exactly. How do you like your fries from Steak and Shake would be a second question.
How do I like?
Because we started
my fries?
talking about this, we're like, we should do a show. Because I have my own idea on how to prepare a Steak and Shake fries, which I think are some of the best fries. I haven't had Steak and Shake fries probably closing in on 10 years. I haven't been there forever. But I do like their fries, assuming that they're still the same. The little shoestring, little salty sticks, they're very good. How I always prepared them, I'll go first then.
Make that executive decision. Okay.
So I like to order the fries and then get the cheese on there. So the cheese, they got the cheese. And then when it comes out, then I dump the ketchup. And it's just this ooey gooey, salty goodness mess. That is just incredible. One of my favorite flavors in fast food. And Steak and Shake's definitely fast food. I mean, I get you can sit down and all that, but it's still, that's just fast food turned up a notch.
It's a slow fast food, but it's there.
Right.
Huh. Well,
So you don't like the idea of that?
That sounds disgusting.
No, you need to try it. You need to try it. Then you'll be like, oh my God.
I'm not opposed to trying it, but it sounds horrible.
You got to use a fork. Don't try to eat that with your hands.
Okay.
You got to use a fork at that point.
Okay. So normally when I'm
fork committed.
When I'm doing Steak and Shake, there's no fork involved normally.
Okay.
But I think my move is you got your thumb, your index finger, and your middle finger, and you grab a nice little wad of fries, and you're dipping that into the cup of cheese. There's no cheese sitting on the fries or anything. You got to dip. Because then you can control the ratio of cheese to fry. They're not getting soggy. Yeah, I think that's the way. That's how I do it. I think that's the way to go.
Interesting.
No ketchup.
I am. I'm. That's the only place where I like cheese with my fries. Though is Steak and Shake. I don't get cheese fries anywhere else. So
White Castle.
I don't go to White Castle. Oh, that stuff is garbage. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, their cheese fries, though. Their cheese
don't
fries
they
are
just
so
melt
good.
like a slice of American cheese? I mean, I've been to there before.
No,
That's all they do. They just go and they microwave it. They're like, oh, here's a slice of American cheese that we're putting on our burgers.
No.
We're gonna now put it on the fries. We'll microwave it for you, and that's for them. That's cheese fries.
There's a nacho cheese plant somewhere, and they've got a pipe going straight from the plant straight to White Castle and a Steak and Shake. They share the same cheese. It's the same cheese.
Well, that's Steak and Shake has good cheese.
It's the same. You don't go to White Castle. You can't say you don't.
I've been there.
So
I have gone. Well, it's been a very long time. No, that was probably high school. So
test out the cheese fry. If you like a crinkle cut, they got good crinkle cuts. That's my go-to.
Crinkle cut? No.
Oh yeah,
that's near the bottom.
No,
the worst is the steak fries. Don't give me the steak fries. That's too much.
From Red Robin.
That's a baked potato. Oh no.
With their seasoning.
I told you that the number one is those Steak and Shake ones. So if that's my base, I'm not going to like
that's true.
The steak fry.
So you like a McDonald's fry though?
McDonald's fry, yes.
It's similar.
They used to be a little bit thicker. McDonald's used to have like the best fries. Now I think they kind of just suck at everything. McDonald's is actually horrific.
No.
Yes.
Why are we getting into this again? McDonald's superior.
Breakfast. Their breakfast is okay.
No.
Yes.
If anything, the breakfast sucks.
No, they got the good breakfast sandwich. They got the steak sandwich
okay,
now.
That's good. That is good. I tried that for the first time the other day.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But McDonald's, they don't miss. They're good at everything they do.
No.
Yes.
You go there and you wait forever these days.
No. Well, it's because they're so popular, because everybody loves it, because they're consistent. They're good. You got to go to the right one. I will say that.
I don't know about this. I used to go get that, I'd get the quarter pounder meal, $3. Now, what the hell is it? It's like $15.
Well, now you
got to talk about finance.
Now you get sick. They just had that outbreak with the onions on the quarter pounders.
Yeah, well,
can't do that.
I've been a big against onions from the beginning, so I'm finally winning. People are finally starting to listen to me where I said onions are bad, and now they're finally waking up to that. So sometimes, it takes a long time for people to realize you're a genius.
Onions might be the best vegetable on the planet.
No. Macaroni and cheese. That's the best vegetable. That's the best vegetable, macaroni and cheese, please.
No.
That's the one. If you're going to have one vegetable, it needs to be mac and cheese, not onions. No.
Onions are good in every way.
No,
any color, any way cooked.
What about your breath? Is that good?
Well, I don't have to deal with that. Everybody else has to deal with that.
Huh. No. I'm not...
What about the chicken Big Mac that McDonald's has now? Would you try that?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Sounds good.
There's other good chicken places. Why would I go to McDonald's and get a...
I'm talking to the wrong person about this.
Yeah. McDonald's. Ridiculous.
McDonald's. That's good.
Loving
it.
We got to make a list of good fast food places. Whataburger's number one. Whataburger.
Yeah. That's
number one.
That's definitely not in the top 10.
I love that stuff. Well.
Steak and Shake, is that top 10?
Steak and Shake's pretty good, though, again, what works against them to be true fast food, they're pretty goddamn slow.
So are we talking, well, this could go either way. Are we talking local chains? Are we talking, nationwide? Everything?
I think you got to talk nationwide because...
Nationwide?
Yeah.
So like Lion's Choice, that's out.
That's out because delicious. You ever come to St. Louis, get Lion's Choice. It's top notch, and it is a chain, but again, it's a St. Louis chain, really. So they may have some. They used to have one even like in Florida and stuff. I don't think they even have that stuff anymore. I think they're just really back to just in St. Louis. So they have like a mostly turnover in their ownership. So it was some Anheuser-Busch executives started this place, and one time I almost was controlling the. There was a small time when the CEO was named Marv, and he had his email on the website, and I used to email with him sometimes. And like he got me the secret spice before they started selling it and stuff like that. So I got some of that. And then one time I told him to make a move. We used to have a Hardee's by me, and I said, "Hey, I'll tell you what." And this was like a terrible Hardee's. They were just god awful. And they made it there for like 30 years. It's just this incredibly long run. And I'm like, if they can make it there, Lion's Choice would kill there. And he was like, I'm going to look into this. And then, like a week later, he emails me and says, "We tried to make a move on it, but someone else got in there before us and got it." And I'll be damned, Oberweis is the one that got it. So, yeah, I was that close to controlling Lion's Choice.
And that's a good spot.
They would have.
Oberweis is killing it.
Oh yeah, they'd have probably brought me on in a management position. Things would be very different for me right now. I'd be a roast beef magnet right now.
We'd be in
that'd be good.
The roast beef barrel shop.
Yeah. Welcome to the roast beef barrel shop. Yeah. So, but it wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. So, all right. What we're gonna do next? We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna be trying this one. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Stephen Von Nieters here. We're getting ready to try some Borchetta from Big Machine. So, do you know anything about this at all, Evan?
So,
what has your research yielded?
I tried to look up a little bit about it, and the bottle that they sent you, I can't even find online.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't do enough research, but
you were pulling up this one, and it looked like a really fancy bottle.
Yeah, it looks like a really special bottle.
The closest I could say, looks-wise, kind of like a Willet pot still, a little bit, and then it has like a race car on the top, which looked really cool.
Yeah, and so that is, they have a, which I guess, I don't know, this is their single barrel that they do.
Okay.
And it's a cast strength limited edition. It's called a Grand Prix bottle, and that's why it has race car on top.
Yeah, we could have, that would be good for us right here. Oh, look at this. The Warden comes rolling in with an iced tea. My net worth has gone down yet again. Yeah.
This one is a $5 iced tea.
Yeah, $5.
No refills on that one.
Yeah, no refills, $5. So there you go. There's the net worth down once again. Just continue the struggle. That's why I'm still here. Got to work at the barrel shop. That's why I'm working here by myself at the barrel shop. So yeah. So
we got to record extra podcasts just for that.
Exactly. All right, let's give this thing a taste. Let's see what we got here. All right. I mean, It's cool and refreshing.
Yeah.
80 proof is just tough, man. When you drink everything, basically everything we drink is over 110. Drinking going back to 80 is tough. It's sweet.
It has good flavor. I
The
will say
flavor's
that
good.
it's sweet. It's not something that I would seek out, but it's very easy to drink.
Right.
Very easy to drink.
Right. Exactly. These guys look like they're into auto racing, and then it would be like, I'd be like, hey, I think you guys do some pretty good things, Grand Prix racing and all that. I got a car for you, and then I send them a go-kart. I'd be like, what do you think of that? Could that make your lineup if you guys want to use that in the next race?
Yeah.
I mean, it's similar to that. That's about all we can say.
And you know what?
Granted,
I will say that maybe they're testing you out too. You know, maybe they're feeling you out too, because they did send this cool bottle. The bottle is not their
awesome.
normal small batch. It is only the 80 proof, but it's a really cool bottle. Not like I said, I couldn't find it online. Must be a special just for the Grand Prix
I assume it's in Nashville. Is there a Grand Prix event in Nashville?
That's Indy 500.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I assume that's Nashville downtown.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't really know. I've been to Nashville, but I don't spend that much time there.
I don't follow Indy 500 as much as
Right.
I do Formula 1, but I believe that is IndyCar, because
Yeah.
Formula 1 does not go to Nashville.
Yeah. Every barrel of Borchetta Bourbon is distilled in-house in their 2 copper pot stills. See, I like that.
Yeah.
That to me, you're dedicating the pot stills. That's a good idea. They're making the stuff themselves. Impressive. So yeah, we need to see what you can do though. So this was it's nice. The flavor's good.
Yeah.
That's really all you could want. You make some cocktails with this. I make bourbon slush in the summertime. It's not the summertime now, but in the summertime, and you need low proof, like 80 proof. That's when I'm utilizing the 80 proof that I get. That works out really well in a bourbon slush because it doesn't. The higher the proof it is, it doesn't freeze as good. So yeah, this would be good for that because it's great flavor, but for what it is. So it's just a tough proof for a couple guys who hang out and do bourbon all the time.
Yeah, and maybe bring them on the show, talk to them a little bit, and see if you can get your hands on some of their cask strength stuff, and let's try it. I mean, I'd like to try more of what they got after this.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's see
I
what
would
they
love
got.
to try
Yeah.
some of that.
I have no idea. Number one, I don't follow Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. She seems like a very nice lady to me. She is a good person. She takes care of the people that work for her. I think is very commendable. The only knock I have against Taylor Swift is she's completely devoid of talent. Other than that, I'm a huge fan of Taylor Swift. So apparently they were involved in her career at one point. And so I don't really know how the family works and all that, and how they get involved with Taylor Swift. And the only reason I know that is because this bottle's been sitting on my desk, which sits right on the sales floor here at the ABV Barrel Shop, and a lot of Taylor Swift fans, like secret Taylor Swift fans that apparently shop here, are like, "Is this Taylor Swift? Is she involved in that? That's." Big Machine or whatever it is. That's Taylor Swift. She's involved in it. I'm like, I don't think she's involved. I don't think they're involved with her at this point in her career. And I don't think she's involved in the brand either. So yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
People know that. I have no idea how you know that.
Me neither. That's news to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's another cool kind of connection. I don't know.
Yeah. For some people, I think it's really cool. Like the customers that were in here liked it. And then, like, MacLeod didn't like it, who's also a Taylor Swift fan. She didn't like it because she was like, oh, they're cashing in on her name. I'm like, no, they're not. They never said one thing to me about Taylor Swift. They're not cashing in on Taylor Swift's name at all. I had no idea there was any connection there at all. So, yeah, that's an interesting component, though.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the most popular things in pop culture right now.
She's incredibly popular. When you can break through where people like I'm not a fan of her style of music. I know who she is. I know what she looks like. I can't say that for a lot of other people that would be.
You probably even know some of her songs.
That I don't know. No, I don't know any Taylor Swift songs.
If you heard
That's
some,
what
you'd
people
probably
say.
know though.
That would be people say.
I think you would.
I don't know the name of any of them.
You might not be proud of it, but I think you would.
I mean, I've certainly seen. She's on the news and she's singing and stuff. So maybe I've heard some snippets.
Oh yeah.
But I don't really listen to the radio. I just listen to podcasts. So I'm not listening to Taylor Swift podcasts. So the chances of me really hearing her music, no, believe it or not.
Okay.
Again, she seems like a gem. She seems like just she's like a billionaire, and you know what? She's made that herself. She deserves it. I just don't. It's not my thing. So I have a hard time being like, well, yeah, she's. Yeah, so
she's a good person. You're just not a fan,
right?
Yeah,
of her, the artistry that she does. But again, that doesn't mean I'm wishing her any ill wills. I wish her the best success because the fact that because she doesn't have to be that way. When you reach that level of success, you don't have to be nice, and people will still kiss your ass and be nice to you. The fact that you are nice, that's a testament to what type of person you are. Yeah. And it sounds like she's a pretty good person. So that's
true.
Cool. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
I mean, I'd like to think I'd be like that if I ever found myself, with any sort of success. Luckily, I've never had any success. But if I ever had any success, I feel like I would try to be like that, and then I'd probably be just the opposite. I'd be like a total douchebag, and just everyone would hate me. And I'd surround myself by a bunch of yes men and stuff, and I would have my own Oakville Mafia that would hang out with me, and then it would cause all kinds of problems, and everyone would hate me, and then they would be all my best friends until the money ran out, and then they would just all write books about me, what a piece of shit I am, and that's how my life would go.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, we don't need that. We don't need that. So there you go. There's a little bit about Borchetta Bourbon. Check it out. Particularly, I would go after the stuff that they're doing at Cask Strength. I think that's certainly worth looking into. The fact they're making this, that's very cool. I want to learn more. I'll say that. So based on this, I want to learn more. So there it is. We're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We are online at abvbarrelshop.com. And last but not least, if you want to get involved in the show, please do so. There's a couple ways you can do that. Number one, you can just help us out. Give us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show. That's pretty darn important to us. And last but not least, if you want to truly get involved in the show, head over to patreon.com/the ABV Network. That's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we'll have a brand new show for you. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.